Okay. Hello. Now I'm going to take up the problem number 6. So this problem number 6 again with respect to the overhanging beam. Okay. In problem number 5, what we did is one of the end support is fixed. Okay. But here we are going to see the end support is hinged. Okay. If end support is hinged, what we have to do? Okay. So first note down the question, and after noting down the question, directly we are going to solve the problem. Okay. So this is the span. A, B, C, and D. A, B, C, D. Okay. A, B, C, D, and this is E, and this is E. A, B, C, D. So this is the span, and the loading is given as 3 kilonewtons over here. Okay. And in the AB span there is no loading. In BC span there is a loading of UDL, and in the CD span we are having one more loading, that is 40 kilonewtons, and 40 kilonewtons, and this loading intensity is 1 kilonewton per meter. All right. Now the distances, the span lengths, they are given as like this. And this length is 0.915. This is 0.915 meters, and this is 3 meters, and this is 4.5 meters, and this is 1.78 meters. Okay. Total length is 3 meters. Out of that, from the left hand side it is 1.78 meters, and from right hand side it is 1.22 meters. And here EI is not constant. Okay. In AB span it is 2I, and in BC span it is 3I, and for CD span it is 2I. Okay. And for this span, Young's modulus or moment of inertia is not given, so hence it is not required also. Okay. Right. Now for this question, now if we see here, what is our first step when you see any question in the slope deflection method? Initially you should get one idea how many unknowns are there actually. Okay. If you see over here, so how many unknowns are there here? Theta E is unknown, theta B is unknown, theta C is unknown, and theta D is unknown. Now you see how many unknowns are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. For these 4 unknowns, we require 4 equilibrium equations, correct? And how many compatibility equations are required? If you are going to solve, see these 4, if you are going to solve in what method? If these 4, if you are going to solve in our normal generalized, I mean conventional method. Okay, these 4. Okay. Now, if you are solving in conventional method, how many compatibility equations are required? You see, for AB span 2, for BC span 2, for CD span 2. So total how many compatibility equations are required? 6 compatibility. AB2, BC2, CD2. AB, M dash AB, M dash BA, M dash BC, M dash CB, M dash CD, and M dash DC. So total 6 compatibility equations are required if you are going to do in our normal conventional method. But now, if you use modified slope deflection equation, if you use modified slope deflection equation, so what happens to this? So these 4 compatibility equations will reduce to 3 equilibrium, these 4 equilibrium equations will be reduced to 3 equilibrium equations. Okay, and that 6 compatibility equations will reduce to 5 equilibrium equations. So out of 10, directly we can solve, we will be having only 8 equations. Okay. Now if you are doing with this conventional method, these to solve these 4 equilibrium equations, I think you have to use 2 to 3 pages of calculation. 2 to 3 pages of calculation to solve these 4 equilibrium equations. Otherwise, if we solve in this modified deflection equation, within 2 steps, we will be getting the required answers. Okay. Our ultimate intention is what? Our ultimate intention is to get the final support moments. Okay, final support moments. So fixed end moments are also support moments. Fixed end moments are also support moments, but when we are splitting into the spans, we are fixing at the both ends. It means we are making the span as a kinematically determinate beam. Okay, so when you are making that span as kinematically determinate, there will be some error in the values. In order to reduce or in order to correct those errors, we are going to the procedure. That procedure is nothing but what? First, what you do? First, you will calculate the fixed end moments, right? Fixed end moments will calculate. So in this fixed end moments, there will be some error. What is that error? Why you are getting that error? Because you are making it as fixed. So in order to reduce this error, what you are doing? You are writing slope deflection equations, and also you are writing equilibrium equations, and finally you will be getting these final support moments in which that error is rectified. So this is what you are doing actually. Okay, once you feel this sense, solving problem is very much easy. Okay, so our main interest is what? Our main interest is to calculate only final support moments, right? Keep this point in mind. Now, so once this is done, once after identifying the unknown displacements, we will move further, right? So let me erase this diagram completely. Now, what is the step one? Step one is fixed end moments, right? That is our as usual step. Step one is calculation of fixed end moments. Calculation of fixed end moments. Okay. What is the first span? First span is a cantilever span, right? EA. So span EA. So span EA. So how do you represent the span EA? So initially we are having a hinged support here, but now I am replacing it with fixed support, and here I am having a load of, how much load I am having over there? 3 kilonewtons. Okay, and this is E and this is A. Okay, so this will create anti-clockwise, correct? This will create what? Anti-clockwise deflection. So in order to restrict the deflection, what type of movement will be having? Clockwise movement. Now what is that value we have to see over here? So what is the length they have given? 0.915 meters. Okay, 0.915 meters. So in the span AE, if you see span AE, so MF AE, that is equals to, it is a cantilever, so directly we can write MAE. Even we need not go for slope deflection equation, directly you can write MAE. So MAE is how much? 3 into 0.912, correct? 3 into 0.915. So what is this value? So this value is 2.745 kilonewton meter. So I am approximating it as 2.75 kilonewton meter. What about MFEA? Sorry, MFEA. MFEA will become 0 because at this free end there won't be any moment. And also this is passing through the line of, this is also passing through the LOC. Okay. Next. So next, this is about span EA. Next we'll go for span AB. So span AB. So span AB. So span AB. In the span AB, there is no loading, correct? So when there is no loading in the span AB, so this is span AB, there is no loading, no movement. Once there is no load on the taken span, no load, no movement. So this I can write it as MF AB, that is equals to MF BA is equals to 0. This is span BA story. Okay. Next span BC. In the span BC, you are having a UDL, correct? In the span BC, you are having a UDL of how much it is? 1 kilonewton meter. So 1 kilonewton per meter, and this length is given how much? 4.5 meters. This is given as 4.5 meters. So here the length is 3 meters, right? Okay, it is not required. If you want, you write it down. Like next. So MFBC. So MFBC equal to how much? WL square by 12. Correct? Minus or plus? Minus. So minus W times L square by 12. So W is given as 1. L is given as 4.5 square divided by 12. So if you do this, you will be getting minus 1.6875 kilonewton meter. Similarly, MF CB equal to plus WL square by 12, that is equals to plus 1 into 4.5 square by 12. So this is equals to plus 1.6875 kilonewton meter. Okay, so this is about span BC. Now next there is one more span, that is span CD. So we'll go to span CD. So I'm erasing the span EA. So span EA I'm erasing. So now span CD. For span CD, what is the loading? For span CD, there is 40 kilonewtons of loading and also both ends fixed. So this is both ends fixed, and this length is given as 1.78 meters and this is 1.22 meters. So now MF CD will become minus WA square by 12. This is A and this is B. So minus W into W is how much? 40 into A is 1.78 into 1.22 square by WAB square by L square, not 12. This L is how much? 3 square. So this is how much? 40 into this will give you minus 11.774 kilonewton meter. Now I am erasing this span BC. Okay, I'm erasing everything. So we should have some space to solve this. Now MF DC will become minus W A square B by L square minus 40 times 1.78 whole square into 1.22 whole divided by 3 square. You will be getting around 17.18 kilonewton meter. So this is about step 1. That is nothing but what? Step 1 is nothing but calculation of fixed end moments. Next I am going for step 2. So in the step 2, what is step 2? Writing slope deflection equations. Okay. Step 2 is writing slope deflection is equations. So step 2 is writing slope deflection equations. Okay, so when you're writing slope deflection equation, the only thing that you should keep in mind, okay, so whatever the span that is there, okay, when you're writing slope deflection equation in overhanging beam, so this is the overhanging portion, that is A, that is B, C as well as D. Okay, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, now if you see here, whenever you are writing slope deflection equations, so this BC span and CD span, okay, these BC and CD spans you have to write normal, that is conventional slope deflection equations. Like if you are taking M dash BC, MFBC plus 2EA by L into 2 theta B plus theta C minus 3 delta by L. So that is our conventional formula. Okay, for these two spans. Okay, but whatever the span that is adjacent to, whatever the span that you're taking, which is adjacent to this overhanging portion. So this span, this is very much adjacent to the our overhanging portion. So this span, you have to write our modified slope deflection equation. That is what you have to remember, modified slope deflection equations. For suppose if you are having one more overhanging here, Okay, let me draw it. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now here if you are having both ends overhang, you have to write slope deflection equation, modified slope deflection equation for this span as well as for this span. Only for this span you have to write our conventional formula. Okay, why? Because so here this is modified slope deflection equation MSDE, and this is also MSDE. So why you have to write? So you have to write because it is just adjacent to the cantilever, that is overhanging. Here also it is overhanging. Okay, so the only thing you have to remember, whenever you are having overhanging, portion, the that is the adjacent to this overhanging portion, the adjacent span to the overhanging portion, this you have to write the modified slope deflection equation, and remaining you have to use our conventional slope deflection equations, and you have to write the slope deflection equation, right? So now in our span AB, for AB, I have to write a modified slope deflection equation. For BC as well as CD, you have to write the, for BC as well as for CD, you have to write the conventional formula. Okay, so that is the reason. First, what I will do is for AB span. Okay, we will go in order. So for span AB, this span AB is which is, this span is adjacent to, adjacent to overhanging portion, So now whenever the span is adjacent to overhanging portion, which equation you have to apply, conventional or your modified slope deflection equation? You have to apply the modified slope deflection equation. Okay, the span is adjacent to overhanging portion, hence you apply, hence we apply modified slope deflection equation. Okay, only this span is adjacent to our overhanging portion. Remaining BC and CD, they are not adjacent. Directly we'll go for our conventional formula. So, okay, I hope this is clear, right? So now I have to apply the formula. If I am taking MAB, I have to write only MBA. You won't get MAB, M dash AB, you won't get it. Okay, so whenever you are writing for span AB, so your formula is like this: M dash BA equal to MF BA minus M dash AB by 2 plus 3 EA by L into theta B minus delta by L. So this is our modified slope deflection formula, correct? So now here we doesn't have any delta, put it as 0, right? Now what is this MFBA we have calculated? So E is constant. Okay, EA is not constant or constant? EA is not constant over here. Okay, in this problem EA is not constant, so you have to replace EA. Okay, we will replace that. Okay, so this is 3A by L into theta B minus delta by L, right? Now this length, you know, EA, you know, MFBA, you know, you don't know this M dash AB. So that M dash AB is what for us? That M dash AB is nothing but restraining moment. So where you have to calculate that restraining moment? Your restraining moment, okay, should be, so this is A again, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Okay, A, B, C, D. Okay, this is E. Okay, your restraining moment should be calculated where? At joint A. Your restraining moment should be at joint A. Okay, here at joint A you have to calculate the restraining moment at joint A. You have to calculate. How do you get the restraining moment? So restraining moment M dash AB equal to fixed end moment of adjacent span. So what is this fixed end moment? MF AB. Okay, so please tell me MF AB value plus, and also the moment that is generated due to this cantilever. This is how much? 3 kilonewtons, and times what is the length they have given? 0.915. Okay, plus 2.0 745 we got. I told you I'm approximating it as 2.75 kilonewton meter. Okay. Now, so now what is the total value now? So MFAB is how much? MFAB is how much? MFAB is 0 because there is no loading on the span. That is the reason. Now your M dash AB will become, your restraining moment will become 2.75 kilonewton meter. So this is positive value. Okay. So this is how you have to calculate the restraining moment. Once restraining moment is done, directly go to the formula and substitute the values. Okay. Let me erase this. So now restraining moment you got it as 2.75. You remember that, you will substitute in the equation. So I hope you understood this. Once you understand this, and our problem is over, it's done. Because already now by this time you might have understand the concepts of slope deflection equation. So now again this MFBA is what? MFAB and MFBA are 0 because there is no loading in the span. So 0 minus M dash AB, I got it as 2.75 divided by 2 plus 3. What is the AB span? This thing EI 3 times of 2EI. And what is BA span length? BA span length is also 3. Okay, times theta B. So if I rewrite this equation, minus 1.375 this by 2 plus this 3 will be getting cancelled. So EI into 2 theta B. So this is as equation number 1. Okay, what happens to M dash AB? That is equals to MAB. So what is that value? MAB value will become how much now? Now if you see, this is E, this is A, and this is B. Okay, so what is the moment that is generating over here? Clockwise moment. That is how much? 2.75. This is what? Nothing but MAE directly. Okay, now what is this? It should, there at this joint equilibrium should satisfy. So if equilibrium should satisfy, what is the moment that will be generating over here? That is anti-clockwise 2.75. Okay, so directly you can write M dash AB slope deflection equation, MAB is final support moment, that is 2.75. Okay, so directly wherever error is rectified here itself at MAB span. Okay, so they take this as equation number 2, otherwise you can leave it. Okay, so this is your direct value. So this is your direct value. So you can put this in the box. Okay, you got MAB value and also you know now MAE value, but you don't know MBC, MCB, MCD, MDC. For that we have to generate the mode slope deflection equation. So this is the story about MAB value. Okay. Now next I am going for span BC. In the span BC, it is not adjacent to overhanging portion. So whenever our spans are not adjacent to overhanging portion, directly we have to apply slope deflection, conventional slope deflection equations. Okay. So here span BC. So for span BC, okay, this color is okay. For span BC, what is the loading? So M dash BC equal to MF BC plus 2EA by L into 2 theta B plus theta C, 2 theta B plus theta C minus 3 delta by L. Okay, here what? Here we doesn't have any deflection 0. Okay, we doesn't have any deflection 0. Now what is MFBC? You got MFBC is minus 1.6875, and BC span, what is I given? It is 3I. So 2 times of 3I. What is the length they have given? 4.5 meters. Okay, 4.5. That's all. Now into 2 theta B plus theta C. If you rewrite this equation, so minus 1.6875 plus, so this is EI. Okay, if you take EI common, okay, let me write like this. Finally, we can solve it. So 12 by 2 3s are 6, 6 2s are 12. 12 by 4.5. So 12 theta B by 4.5. 2 3s are 6. This is 6 theta B by 4.5. Okay, 6 theta c by 4.5. So this will be our equation number 2. Okay, so there your m dash ab is reduced. Okay, now you can observe there your m dash ab is reduced. That is the reason one of the equation is gone over there. It is reduced over there. Okay, next m dash cb equal to mfcb plus 2 ei by l into 2 theta c plus theta b minus 3 delta by l. Again here your delta is not there. Okay, if sinking is there, you have to consider this delta. If here sinking is not there, that is the only reason I am not going to consider those values. So this will become plus 1.6875. Again 2 times of, there won't be any change here, 3a by 3, not 3, 4.5 into 2 theta c plus theta b. Okay, if you rewrite this equation, this will become 1.6875 plus ei into 12 by 4.5 theta c plus 6 by 4.5 theta b. So this is your equation number 3. So span BC is completed. Next I am going for span CD. Please pause it and write it if you want it. Okay. Next for span CD. For span CD, MF CD equal to, sorry, M dash CD equal to MF CD plus 2EA by L into 2 theta C plus theta D minus 3 delta by L. Again same story here. Whatever you have studied in our earlier problems, the same thing I am repeating it over here. So MFCD is plus 11.774 plus 2, EI is 2 times, by length is 3 meters. This is 2 theta C plus theta D. So if you rewrite this, minus 11.774 plus 4, here also EI. So if you take EI common, this will become 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 by 3 theta C plus 4 by 3 theta D. Okay, this is your equation number 1, 2, 3 is completed, 4. Okay, next one is your m dash dc. M dash dc equal to mf dc plus 2ei by l into 2 theta d plus theta c minus 3 delta by l. Okay, so again this is 0. Now mfdc 17.18 plus 2 times of 2ei by l divided by into 2 theta d plus theta c. So if I rewrite this equation, 17.18, if I take ei common, okay, this length is 4, this length is how much? Total 3 meters. Okay, ei into 2 to 0 4, 4 to 0 8, 8 by 3 theta d plus 4 by 3 theta c. Okay, so this is equation number 5. If you solve this method in conventional method, if you solve this procedure in conventional method, slope deflection equations, totally you have to write 6. Now how many you got? 5. So because of modified slope deflection equation, your compatibility equations reduced from 6 to 5. Okay, so once this reduction is there, your calculations will be very much simpler. That is the reason I am discussing this. Okay, now once this is done, we'll go for our step 2 is completed. Our step 3 is what? Equilibrium equations. So whenever you are writing equilibrium equations, here equilibrium equations also will get reduced. Okay, so again this is your cantilever portion A, B, C, D. Okay, because of this loading, you have generated one clockwise movement, and for that generation of clockwise movement, already we have got our equilibrium satisfied, some 2.75 here, 2.75 here. Now for this adjacent span, so not for adjacent span, the adjacent joint, for this adjacent joint which is to the overhanging beam. Okay, now I will write the joint which is connecting to the overhanging portion and adjacent span of overhanging portion okay. So here please continue. Equilibrium equation, here you write down equilibrium equation equilibrium equation to the joint which is connecting to the overhanging portion, adjacent span of overhanging portion, need not consider hence. So okay, we need not consider, that's all. Okay, so here already it is satisfied, equilibrium equation. That is the reason I am not considering this joint A. If I am considering this joint A, you will be getting AE plus AB. So that equilibrium equation is not required now. So what are the equilibrium equations we have to write now? MBA at B. At B I have to write equilibrium equation. At C I have to write equilibrium equation. At D I have to write the equilibrium equation. Okay. If you are doing this in the conventional method, you have to write equilibrium equation at A, B, C and D. So now how many it is there in conventional method? You have to write 4. And to solve this 4, to solve these 4 equations, you have to use matrices. You cannot solve in our calculator. Okay. So this is the ultimate thing that will, this is the maximum chance of asking the question, up to 4 only, 4 displacements. So more than that we cannot solve over here. Okay. So and your syllabus is also will be restricted up to 3 degrees of freedoms. So hence this is the final problem. Worst case they will ask this type of questions. Okay. Now we see in the modified equation, in the modified equations there are only 3 unknowns. For 3 unknowns you can directly solve in your calculator. Otherwise even without calculator also you can solve these 3 equations. Okay. But this even with calculator you cannot solve. You have to write in the matrices form and then only you have to solve it. Okay. So this is the benefit of using modified slope deflection equation. All right. Now I have to write equilibrium equations at B, at C and at D. Okay. Let me write it. I am clearing this page. Okay. Step 3, equilibrium equations. Step 3 is equilibrium equations. Now at joint B, M dash BA plus M dash BC equal to 0. What is M dash BA value? Minus 1.375 plus EI times 2 theta B. Okay, 2 theta B. And that is M dash BA. What is M dash BC? Minus 1.6875 plus EI into 12 by 4.5 into theta B plus 6 by 4.5 into theta C. Okay, so that is 6. So this is 6 by 4.5 into theta C. This total is equals to 0. Okay. Now if you rewrite this equation, so I am taking EI common. This will become 4.67 theta B plus 1.333 theta C, that is equals to 3.0625. Okay, so take this as equation number Roman number 1. Okay, so this is equilibrium equation at joint B. So next I have to write equilibrium equation at joint C. So at joint C, M dash CB plus M dash CD equal to 0. Okay. Now M dash CB 1.6875 plus EI times 12 by 4.5 times theta C plus 6 by 4.5 theta B plus, now this is your m dash CB value, this complete term. Now m dash CD equal to minus 11.774 plus EI times 8 by 3 theta C plus 4 by 3 theta D. All right. So this is the value. So if you rewrite this equation, you will be getting EA times 5.33 theta C. See, I have solved this. 5.33 theta C plus 1.333 theta B plus 1.333 theta D. This is equals to 10.086. So this is your equation number 2. Okay. Now at joint D. Okay, at joint D. At joint D. So at joint D, equilibrium equation at joint D, only m dash DC equal to 0. What is m dash DC? EI times 2.67 theta D plus 1.333 theta C, that is equals to minus 17.18. So this is equation number 3. Okay. Now what you do? What you have to do? After this, you have to solve all those 3 equations. So to get the displacements, theta B, theta C and theta D, okay, solve equilibrium equations 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. I told you how to solve it. Take your Casio calculator, alpha mod setup and type 5, that is equation number 2. Okay, type 5 and then go for 2, and after pressing 5 go for 2. In the 2 you have to substitute wherever your theta B value is not there in the equation. Now you see in this equation your theta B is not there, just substitute 0. Okay, so you will be getting theta B values as theta B as minus 0.529, okay, and theta C is plus 4.15 and theta D is minus 8.51. Okay, this is how you get theta B, theta C and theta D. So once after this is done, you have to go for our next step, that is our final step, step 4. Okay, so in our step 4 we have to write final support moments. In the final support moments, what you have to do in the final support moments? Okay, so just substitute theta B, theta C and theta D in the slope deflection equations, which is our step 2. Okay, these are the final support moments. Next, what I have to do is, I am directly writing this final moments, the final support moments. You please calculate it. Okay, just substitute this in our slope deflection equations, you will get it, right? So please take those values. My MAB value, first AB span, what is actually first AE span we have to consider. Okay, let me write that. Okay, first AE span, right? In the AE span, what is there in the AE span? M AE is equals to plus 2.75 kilonewton meter. Next, MEA is how much? 0 kilonewton meter. Next span BC. Okay, sorry, span AB. In the span AB, MAB equal to minus 2.75 kilonewton meter. Next, MBA equal to minus 2.433 kilonewton meter. Next, span BC. So span BC equal to MBC, that equal to plus 2.435 kilonewton meter, and MCB equal to 12 plus 12.048 kilonewton meter. Next one is span CD. The span CD, MCD equal to, okay, here directly I am writing M. In the slope deflection equation, it will be M dash, okay, minus 12.054 kilonewton meter, and MD is equal to 0. Okay, so till now, whatever you did, whether it is correct or wrong, how to check? After solving this much, you should check whether your problem is correct or wrong. Correct? Whether it is correct or wrong, how do you check it? So this is this thing, E portion A, B, C, D. At each joint, the sum of the moments must be equal to 0. So now you see at A joint, B, C, D. At A joint, AE plus AB should be 0. So plus 2.75 minus 2.75. At B joint, BA joint plus BC joint. What is BA joint there? So BA is how much? Minus 2.433. So minus 4.433. And in the BC span, it is plus 4.433. Okay, this is anti-clockwise and this will become clockwise. If we add the sum of two moments must be 0. Here also, this is clockwise plus 2.75 and here it is anti-clockwise plus 2.75, 0. Here also it is satisfied. At MCB you see, MCB is how much? Plus 12.048. And at MCD you see, minus 12.048. It's almost equal. After decimals, you need not worry about it. Okay, we won't get it because we are not going to take 4 or 5 decimals, right? That is the reason some error will be there. Okay, at a D, this is a hinge support. At hinge support, always moment equal to what? 0. So at all the locations, our equilibrium equation is satisfied. At here, at the free end also, our moment is 0. So everywhere you are getting 0, it means our structure, that is continuous beam, is in stable position. Okay. So once after doing this, what is our final step? Our final step is drawing bending moment diagram. Okay, so first let me draw the bending moment diagram and we'll close it. So step 5, plotting bending moment diagram. Step 5 is plotting bending moment diagram. Okay, so before, what is bending moment diagram? Final BMD equal to what? Final BMD equal to final support moments, sorry, this is D. So final support moments plus span moments. So span moments. So again, we have to write the span moments. So first, let me write the span moments. First, A span. In the A span, MEA is 0. In the EA span. Okay, in the EA span, MA equal to 0 and MAE is present, that is plus 2.75. Okay, next span AB. In the span AB, there is no loading. Once there is no loading, what happens? There is no loading. So M moment in the AB span is equals to 0. Next, span BC, we are having an UDL. So MBC equal to WL square by 8. So W is 1, length is 3, I think. 4.5 square divided by 8. So this value is 2.53 kilonewton meter. So this is span BC. Next I am going for span CD. In span CD we are having an eccentric loading. Is it eccentric? Yes, it is eccentric loading. So MCD will become minus is not required, okay, plus WAB by L. So W is 40 given, A is 1.78 given, B is given as 1.22 whole divided by WAB by L. Length is 3 meters. So this will give you 28.954 kilonewton meter. So after this, what you have to do is directly plot the bending moment diagram. So now final support moments we got, span moments also we got. Now directly we'll go for plotting bending moment diagram. Okay. So final moments and support moments I will draw, I will put it in the values over here. Okay. So this is EA, AB, BC, CD. EA, AB, BC, CD. Okay. So this is E, this is A, this is also A, this is B, B, C, C. Okay. At E, our fixed end moment is 0, but AE, it is plus 2.75. Plus means what? Clockwise over here. Okay. Next, in the AB, this is anti-clockwise. Okay, some ambulance is going over there. Okay, this is AB is anti-clockwise. So whatever the values we have solved, based upon their positive and negative sign, I am putting out these directions. That's all. So is it required to do this in examination? Not required. This is not required. They won't allot any marks for this. But why you have to draw this? It will become very much simpler. Once you draw this, drawing bending moment diagram is directly, it will become simpler. Otherwise, again, you have to turn the pages when you're writing examination. You have to turn back the pages and you have to see what is EA and what is EA value, and you have to plot one value. Again, you have to go back to the page. So this will become very difficulty. So once you draw this directly within seconds, you can draw the bending moment diagram. Okay. So that is the purpose. So this is, okay, let me draw this. So this is the compression side and this is the tension side. Now, so this is 0 and this is pulling upwards at A joint. The joint is pulling upwards, but how much is that value? Now that is 2.75. 2.75. At B, what is that value? At B, you see, it is pulling downwards. It is pushing downwards. But how much is that value again? 2.435. 2.435. At C, you see, at C, how much you are getting? At C, that value is 12.048. Correct? Is that correct or wrong? That is 12.048 at C. Again, it is pushing upwards. So let it push this much. Okay, at C, it is 0. Okay. So let me connect all those points. So from here to here. Next, from again from here to here, again from there to there, we have to connect here to here again. Next from here to 0, right? Okay, first once after doing this, next we have to go for, now you see, this is E, this is A. I will take another color so that there won't be any confusion. So this is E, A, B, C and D. Okay. Now you see in EA span, in EA and AB span, there is no loading. So when there is no loading, there is no span moment. Okay, this span moment is also negative. It is on the compression side. Okay. Next, here we won't get any span moment. Even the written over there, that is also a positive negative moment. Okay. So this moment we have to consider, right? Next. So in the span BC, we are having a UDL and that UDL value is 2.53. So this is 2.75, which should be less than this. Okay. So this is parabola. So this parabola height is how much? This ordinate height, that is 2.53. Okay, this ordinate height, that is 2.53. Okay. So that is ordinate height. Right. Next one is 28.945. So somewhere here I am drawing this, or somewhere here. Okay, I can use that, right? I can use the line. Okay. from here to here. Now once this is done, I have to show the negative and positive. For negative, I am using some brown color over here. So this is negative moment. Okay, brown color complete thing is negative. So this complete zone is negative zone. Okay, and for positive, I'll use green color. So this complete thing is positive. So this is also positive. Okay, and this area is also positive. Okay, so this complete zone is positive. Okay, so green color is positive. So green is positive and brown is negative bending moment, and brown is negative bending moment. So this is the story of final bending moment diagram. Okay, so thank you. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, let me put these values here. So that is important. So this is 0, and okay, I have to use another color. Pink, red is not used yet. Okay, so this is 0, this is 2.75. Okay, and this height, this 2.53, and this is 2.435, and this is 12.048, and this height is some 28.954. Okay, so this is your final BMD. So thank you. If you have any doubts, please put it in the comment section. Thank you so much.